Hello, everyone. Today I want to talk about Peter, the man and the time. Yes, Peter. I want to speak about the man and the time. And I'm coming from 1Peter 3:13 through 17. First Peter 3:13 through 17. So, who was this Peter? He was a fisherman who left his net when Jesus called him to be his disciple. And eventually he became the spokesman for the disciples, which was usually good, but occasionally he spoke before he thought. He denied Jesus 3 times. This was Peter's worst moment. We know that Peter was not perfect, but the grace moment in that episode was he was restored 3 times by Jesus. I'll say it again. Peter was a fisherman who left his net when Jesus called him to be one of his disciples. And eventually he became the spokesman for the disciples, which usually was good, but occasionally Peter set it off and he spoke before he thought. He reacted before he thought. He denied Jesus 3 times, and that was his worst moment. Peter was not perfect at all, but the grace moment in that episode where he denied Jesus 3 times, he was restored 3 times by Jesus. What a lovely God we have. To deny him 3 times and be restored 3 times at the same time. What a lovely God we have. He can take you out of the pit where we are, right where we are. He can just take us out of the pit. Jesus will always be able to pull us out of the pit that we're in, the hole that we dig or we dug for ourselves. And he will take us and restore and rescue us at all times. It doesn't matter what your situation is. If you just have that little faith that everything's going to be okay. Because did y'all know that after the restoration, God had great plans to use him as a tremendous leader. And he did, didn't he? He preached, Peter did, the wallpaper off the walls in the sermon at the Pentecost, and thousands came to Christ. Remember that? God can use our brokenness as a vessel of his power. Whatever you're going through in life, there's someone out here that is just like you. And if you just go around and you just share that same grace with people all around you, and allow God to use you. God can use our brokenness as a vessel to reach anybody. God is so far from being done with you, so do not give up. Now, Peter wrote later in 1Peter, approximately, I think, AD 63, a letter of encouragement concerning how to make it through difficult times. And at least 15 times in his letter, Peter referred to suffering. Go back and read it. He used 8 Greek words to do so. He was saying from firsthand experience that there is hope in the pain. God can see you through it and give you a ministry in it. Do you hear me? God can see you through your pain, and then after your pain, he gives you a ministry to be in it. Don't ever give up on yourselves. Look at your pain and use it and call out to God and allow him to lead you where you need to be. It's gonna be okay. There is no question that we're going to go through pain. The question is whether we will find hope in Jesus Christ when this happens. And hope is in the midst of betrayal, a lawsuit, a job loss, cancer, family problems, and anything else. God is there and he cares. Peter wrote with experience of pain and suffering because the believers were in the time of that physical threat. It was a dangerous era for Christians back then in AD 64. He blamed the fire on the Christians. In AD 67, like Romans, authorities took Peter and Paul. Many historians believe they were executed that very same day in Rome. 3 years later, in AD 70, the imaginable, the temple in Jerusalem was destroyed by the Roman army. That was the decade when Peter wrote about the hope we must have in difficult times. We gotta keep the hope. We gotta keep the faith. We gotta keep grabbing onto the faith and trust that God is gonna lead. You have to just, it's so hard to let go when we're in pain. We try to control everything. That's just our human nature. I believe that's just our human nature. But sometimes we just got to lay back and say, Lord, take it. I give it to you. Lead me where you want me to go. Just take it. And let him control that situation, that hurt, that loss, that pain. We go through those emotions and we go through that to come out on the end and let everyone know how good God is. Are you going through difficult times right now? Because I know I am. Have you found hope in Jesus Christ? Because I have. Trust him through the trials like Peter did. Just trust him. Take today and trust all the things that you're going through. Just bag them up and give them to God. Because he cares for you. 1Peter 5:7. Trust him. Do that today. And we're going to discuss that later. Y'all stay blessed.